In the past few years, having left school and having to go about the world as a young adult, that's made me start to see glimpses of my parents and myself. I started making these works at the beginning of the pandemic, and going into isolation, it made me really turn inwards and think a lot about who I've become. The title of this exhibition is Twice as Hard, Half as Much, which is referring to a common belief that many marginalized people and especially immigrants experience. That is having to work twice as hard in order to receive half as much. So the Cultural Revolution was a period in China during Maoist China in which there was a whole overthrow of old ways of being and doing. So in my parents' case, both of their parents were sent to quote-unquote re-education labor camps. And it was there that my parents also attended school. And with the show, I'm really interested in how their experiences have now shaped mine, having immigrated to the United States. Throughout these works, you'll see instances of labor and really of anxieties that they have kind of transferred to me. I would say that most of my influence comes from my mother, having grown up with her. A source of tension between my mother and I has been her very watchful gaze. I've always perceived it as negative, and I've been very combative to it. But as I've gotten older, I realized that there's more aspects to her than just her critical eye. I see glimpses of myself in her all the time. But my mom's gaze is many things. She experiences joy, she experiences calmness. I see a lot of different expressions that maybe I didn't pay as much attention to growing up. My parents have never been ones to share much, but while making the work for this exhibition, I actually began interviewing my mom, calling her more frequently than I had, and talking to her about her experiences, and that really opened my eyes, and I found connections to my own upbringing. I work mainly in sculpture and installation. I work three-dimensionally. But what's new in this show is there's a presence of textiles, which isn't common in my work. And I think what I was really going for was impulses I had as a kid. I was a very crafty, fiber arts kind of child. I think that this show will likely speak to other children of immigrants. They may see a lot of similarities between my parents and theirs, and how growing up was very different from non-immigrants, and not being a part of the dominant culture makes you really go through life in a different way. This exhibition is on view at the gallery at the Kranzberg. You can book an appointment on their website through November 13th. The gallery hours are 12 to 4 p.m. Thursday through Saturday.